In this video, we'll look at a program for diagonal matrix using C++. So I will be defining a class for diagonal matrix. I'll create a new project here. I'll call the project name as matrices CPP. Now the project name selected is matrices CPP and the language is C++. Next, let us create the project. Project is created and this is the main function. Now we are ready. As I have explained you on whiteboard, I will define a class for diagonal matrix. Now inside the diagonal matrix, the data members that we need are an array. For that I will take a pointer and the dimensions. Now inside public, the very first thing that we will write down is a constructor. Diagonal constructor, first of all I will define a non-parameterized constructor. So here I will take minimum dimensions as a 2 for a diagonal matrix, that is 2 by 2 matrix, and array I will create of size 2, int of size 2. Means if size is not given, then minimum we will create an array of size 2. Then otherwise we will have a parameterized constructor, and inside this we will first set the dimension n, assign n. What is this n? The first n is this one and the second n is this one. So how to differentiate that? So we have to use this pointer and we can differentiate. So this means this n, and on the right hand side what the n is given, simply n is given, so that is a local parameter. Then we should create an array of size n. I'll hide these panels. Now the constructor is ready. As we are dynamically creating an array from heap, we should also have a destructor, and this destructor should delete that array when object is not in use. So the first function we will write is set, which will not take array because it's directly inside the same class. It needs I and j and the element that we want to set. Then I should have a function for get, which will return an element from a given index, so I should pass int I and j. Then I should also have a function for display. Now these functions I have to implement them outside the class using scope resolution. So first function is set. So this is diagonal matrix and the function name is set. It's taking 3 parameters. Now the procedure is same. If I is equal to j, then only we will set an element in a array at I minus 1 location. Otherwise we will not set anything. The next function is get function, which will take 2 parameters I and j. And this will also check if I is equal to j, then it will return an element from array at index I minus 1. Otherwise it will return 0. Then we should have a function for display. Display function, which doesn't take any parameters. It needs 2 for loops for displaying all the elements. For I assign 0, I is less than n, and I plus plus. Then for j assign 0, j is less than n, and j plus plus. Now here, if I is equal to j, then only we have an element in a diagonal, so I should display cout element from a of I, and I should give some space. Otherwise, I should print 0 and also with the space. And at the end of inner for loop, I should say cout and L for the new line. That's all with the display function. Here IO stream is included, so we should use namespace. So using namespace std. Now, inside the main function, I will create an object of diagonal matrix D of dimension 4. I will call set method and I will set a few elements. That is, first is 1 comma 1 and the value is a 5. Inside the same line, I will write down. Likewise, I will set other elements. D dot set 2 comma 2 is 8. Then D dot set 3 comma 3 is 9. Then D dot set 4 comma 4, as we have given the dimensions as 4, value is 12. Then D dot display. Now let us run the program. Yes, we got a diagonal matrix. Display function is displaying all the diagonal elements. Rest of the elements are zeros. And the values that we have set are 5, 8, 9, 12. So they are appearing in the diagonal. So that's all with the C++ program for diagonal matrix. I have written a complete class for diagonal matrix. Now all other matrices also look similar. Only the name will change and the size, depending on their required size, you should create an array of that size. And also get and set functions will change. I think display function will look similar, only the difference may be the condition may change. So rest of the programs will also be similar. That's all, we stop here.